All right, welcome to episode 95 of Adventures in Inbetweening. Today I am looking at the beloved My Neighbor Totoro from 1988, Studio Ghibli. I've probably seen this film at least 30 or 40 times. Lots of great stuff.
Mei, hi. お父さん、朝ですよ。
All right, that's just a few of the magical, iconic scenes and characters here. Starting off here with a beautiful animated pan. I always love these. Just so much detail in these. Usually 12 drawings a second. Just redrawing everything on the house, the grass, the telephone poles, the signs, the flowers. The detail is just, I mean, you can see when the flowers get close to us, it's full detail. As the plant's getting closer to us, it gets more and more detail. The rocks on the roof there, getting more detail. That plant on the left. It's just, even this character here, the cyclist. You can see as we got, it was very minimal to start out, and then as we got closer, we got more detail here. Comparing to the original one, when we saw the cyclist further away, it was a bigger head, kind of more childlike proportions and much less detail. Here we've got Satsuki running in, and you can see the light source coming from the left there, the shadows supporting that on the wall there, and she's going to be pulling this door. She slides into place here. She's talking to her dad, and she's going to pull immediately. So going from that bent to that straight to show the pulling, but the door is stuck. And just subtleties like this, where the door is going to get stuck, and it's going to cause her to have to adjust to it. So she's straightening up the door, but it's pretty stuck there. The clothing is settling as she's going into her final pose. She's still talking to her dad there. Adjusts her feet, goes to a different pose. Now she's going to pull like this, try and get the door going. Exert all that energy there. Planted feet. She moves as far as she can with her planted feet. Now she has to twist around. She's going to get behind the door. It's got some momentum. She's going to keep pushing. And we're not just going to push like this. We're going to really get into it. Lean into it. You can see how she's leaning all her weight on the door there. And the idea was in the boards. It was there from the beginning, and it's just refining that in animation. Again, the shadow there, just supporting the light source. Great stuff. Here we have the Medium-Totoro and the Small-Totoro running away from Mei. Mei is being playful and following them around. And you can see there's all kinds of terrific angles here. We had the front angle, now we got the 3/4 angle. We have the overlay in front of the Totoros and Mei there. That's all wonderful. Now we're starting to pan with them. And you can see here's just breaking down how this pan looks. Following along with Mei here. So it's a nice little curving pan. It goes down and then goes up. We're following, boom, till she's going to hit the hedge in a second here. And you can see, just a beautiful piece of artwork. So we're panning with her as we're going here. Now the Totoros are almost in profile. Mei is going to keep in 3/4 for longer and really keep that mouth cheated to the side, nice and asymmetrical there. Trailing with her bag. Terrific storyboards, as always, with Miyazaki-san. She's giving it her all. She's really charging forward. Now she's in profile. Now she's at back 3/4. She's continuing at full speed. Again, the board's super clear on what's happening. Disappearing into the hedge here. And you can see Mei's not slowing down at all. Now the second one disappears. You can see Mei's hand is already in the shrub here. And this is just the way that the leaves here are animated with the two different colors. Again, this is all cell painted, so they had to choose their colors carefully. It's matching up to the background really nicely. She looked like she was going to disappear into the hedge, but no, boom, she's going to hit the hedge, adding that extra pose with the legs overshooting there. Now the leaves are flying. Again, the two colors of the leaves matching up really nicely to that beautifully rendered and painted background. Now this scene here, one of the most iconic scenes in all of Totoro. The rain's coming down. Totoro likes the raindrops. Oh, he's reacting to the raindrops. He's really happy here. He got those highlights from the light on the screen left there. Now as Totoro's coming down here, going to have the arm out as Totoro's crouching. Look how much squash we have in the Totoro's body. This is when he was standing up, then when he's squashing. It's just an amazing amount of stretchiness and malleability there. Now Totoro's going to start to come up. has the arm out, nice and just nice and balanced, just like the storyboards. Up, 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 up. Mei or Satsuki's just looking up there. Mei's asleep on her back. Now Totoro's coming down. Gravity's taking over, trailing with the umbrella. Boom! Look at the Totoro's fur there. Again, terrific boards. Everything's just shown here with everything vibrating as Totoro lands. Now Mei and the sign are going to get shot up into the air here. We have this camera shake. Boom, 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 boom. Straight up and down. We don't need any horizontal shape or shake or any kind of in-out with the camera. Now, as Satsuki goes down here, the umbrella's trailing behind. You can see Totoro's umbrella is a little bit worse for wear there. The sign is still wobbling, wobbling, wobbling. It's suggested in the boards. Now we have this terrific upshot, perspective looking up here with the rain coming down. So we're very clearly looking straight up. Now there's 2 layers of water droplets here. You can see as we go through frame by frame that there's this massive rain, just hundreds of little drops in the background, but then we've got 20 or 30 larger drops in the foreground. And those are the ones that are feeling like they're coming right into the camera. Now we go back to the previous shot. Here comes the rain. Satsuki's like not quite sure. She's so surprised. What? Now you can see this background mist is everywhere. It affects the ground. It's suggested in the board, but it's so much more effective when we get the color and the sound in there. And the umbrellas are reacting to all the water coming down and then suddenly dissipates. So Totoro did what Totoro wanted to do here. The mist cross-dissolves off. That's what Totoro was looking for. A few drops, let's have more drops. Boom! Now Totoro's starting off low and then coming into screen for maximum contrast. Rah! Opening up the mouth, a little more wall-eyed than in the boards. And you can see here we've got this really nice camera shake where we're in, out, in, out, in, out. And instead of like an earthquake shake, this is more of a just showing us almost like the sound is pushing us back and then forward, back and then forward. Here we've got this terrific color contrast, the oranges of the dad working over there. And this is where Totoro, all 3 Totoros, Satsuki and Mei, are growing these trees. And it's just, I remember the very first time I saw this back in animation school, I was just staggered. The amount of detail here, the amount of creativity, the amount of appeal on every single drawing is just looking beautiful. It's like clouds, forming, and it all just feels like just artistically it's amazing. It's physics wise, it feels like, yeah, this is how a tree would grow if you sped it up, a million times. And it's never the same shapes. There's no repetition here. Just constantly growing, changing, and then the overall silhouette just looks like a massive tree trunk. So it's constantly looking at the detail, but looking at the big picture. Yeah, I could go on with that scene forever. Catbus, 12 legs running. Look at the terrific expression here. We got the mice for lights, 6 legs on each side. So that first leg's going to come forward, and every other leg is going to trail it. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at Catbus's mouth and teeth. It's pretty scary. Simple animated background here. Now we don't need too much, but we got blur lines on the background. You see the feet moving forward. We have the simple shapes just to show that, yeah, this is the distance Catbus is covering. Again, terrific storyboard there. Really solid pose to work with. And then we've got these paths in the crops there that help sell, again, the speed and distance. A few leaves flying there as well. And you can see Catbus's angle is changing. So we see inside of the bus and then where it's more of an upshot. Couple more really beautiful, simple animated backgrounds here. Satsuki's point of view as Catbus is running forward. Basic colors, again, keeping in mind, these frames that are all drawn completely, every single frame is all cell painted on, with specific colors. We have green 37 and blue 42 and whatever else here. Lots of Catbus detail, all planned out in the storyboards. This is where Satsuki hears Granny, and then she's going to go, "Hey, Granny!" As we go past, this is just a 16 frame shot, really, really quick, 2/3 of a second. And this is, again, the kind of Satsuki's point of view here. Again, look at the colors, 1, 2, 3 there, just with some tones, 4, 5, 6. Perspective, you can see the perspective there, and then as we go away quickly, it gets more flat. We're actually tilting the camera up a little bit at the lower than the horizon, so we see more sky there. Again, just keeping in mind, it's Satsuki's point of view as she's looking up here. Every frame is a new drawing. Oh, just beautiful stuff. I'm so glad to be able to go back and pick a few shots from this. There's so many more I could have looked at, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. My Neighbor Totoro is just a beautiful film. And thanks for checking out my breakdown. I'll see you next time. Take care.